Salutations, and thank you for tuning into another episode of Let Dark Souls Teach You. Today we're going to go over the importance of expecting the unexpected and adapting to odd scenarios. Now, I know that's kind of a common theme in Dark Souls, but there's going to be some interesting things, mechanics and such that we're going to have to deal with that we don't usually have to deal with in this series. So we're going to go through this egg, pus, spider, web, lava, tentacle-inducing, nightmarish place, and we're going to see what we can do, alright? Alright. Alright, these guys, some of them are kind of peaceful, but some of them, if you get too close, yeah, they kind of start coming at you. You want to go away from that. And upon looking down, you see there really is no way except for the lava. So we see a root and a fog door. That's obviously where we're going to go. Alright, fog door straight off the bat. Haven't had to fight any mobs yet, and this is looking pretty empty. Alright, we've come over to our friend over here. See, now he doesn't seem too aggressive. He's just kind of chilling there with his tentacles and such. His many eyes. Oh, he actually looks kind of sad, bless him. But early game lessons have taught you not to go into any situation without kind of having an eyebrow up. You don't want to just bull rush into anything. Rule number 2, if you see treasure, it's probably guarded by something. Guess what it's guarded by? See, now, you might be thinking, well, this guy isn't on equal ground with us. He's kind of, you know, there's space between us. It's almost like a platforming challenge. Well, you see that massive windup of his. And you also see that it stays here forever. So what we're going to do is you're going to go ham on this leg here. There really isn't a lot of magic mojo to this. It's just, well, you see it here. See, now this has fire to it. That has AoE. See, fire usually means AoE. When I first played this game and did my first playthrough and faced this boss for the first time, I had the worst timing. Like, he would wind up and I'd be like, yeah, I'd just be like constantly dodging. Don't do that. Yeah, long wind-ups suck, alright? They do. Just wait for the right time. Just wait. Worst case scenario, you get hit. I hate that. See, and that's actually another lesson. Don't dodge with an attack when it's coming your direction. Dodge against it, so you'll go through it, and the margin of error is smaller, and your iframes will be more precise. That's how you do it. You dodge against it. If you go with it, you'll move with it and get caught in a lingering hitbox. Long-ass wind-up. And again, I'm waiting too fucking long. I haven't made these mistakes since I first started playing the game. I don't know what's wrong with me right now. But yeah, this is actually, go ahead and laugh, probably in the top half of difficulty in terms of bosses for me. Because I was playing on Xbox 360, so, you know, frame rate drops were a thing. And, you know, sitting further away, you know, on a frickin' couch, on a big screen TV, I wasn't close to a small screen, I couldn't react as precisely. But now with near enough 60 frames, you know, I can have better reaction time, but I'm just getting hit by everything. Googly moogly. Like, good lord. I also found that if you are moving as he's winding up and then dodge at the last second, he'll be trying to track you and he'll always be that much more behind you before you dodge, as opposed to standing still and then dodging. So, like I said, not much magic mojo, just bait his attacks. Actually, no, before I kill him, I want to show you something important. That it was a mistake that I made, one of many mistakes I made when I first faced this boss. When you get too far from him, he does that. That's a lesson saying, don't stay far away from him, because he can punish you from range. But he's not going to punish us anymore, because we just put him in the dirt. Ceaseless discharge. You are dead, my friend. Have a jolly good day. Alright, and now the lava has just drained away, and we can carry on about that path down there. Also, at this point in the game, we're past the midpoint of the game, so there's a little bit less of let Dark Souls teach you, and a little bit more of let me show you how to work through this. Of course, the game still has stuff to teach you, but a lot of the game's basic lessons that carry on throughout the entire game have been taught already. So as we go on and on and on, the lessons get, you know, lesser and lesser and lesser. However, we're going to press on nonetheless because this is a fun game. There's always something the game can teach you, and there's always something that I can help you with. Alright, you see the lava is drained, but look in the far distance over there, and we have got some friends. Alright, they are guarding treasure. I'm not going to tell you what that treasure is. If you want to run the risk to get that treasure, by all means. These guys have a massive aggro range, and there's a lot of them. You don't want to get ganged up by them. So what I would recommend is pulling out a bow and just shooting at them. and just pulling them one at a time. Yeah, which is, again, I guess that's a game teaching you the importance of discovery and wanting to find loot, and also the importance of patience and careful pulls. You want to pull one mob at a time, or you will die. Anyway, onwards. We only see one guy sitting in our way over here, so we're gonna see where this takes us. This looks like a boss we fought earlier, but now we've leveled up, so he's just a standard mob. And we can make him our bitch. Always be aware of your surroundings. Like right here, it seems like we're going on a very precarious setting. A narrow path with holes in the floor. A very narrow cliff with an endless drop off to the side, so we want to be careful over here. And what you see is a small army of those Capra demons. Now, if you're using your observation, one, you'll notice we just got invaded. This is not a great place, so be aware of your surroundings. But you see down there, we can drop down and bypass those demons. But we're going to meet our invader over here, Kirk. See, he's going to try to use the terrain against us because it's very precarious. But you know what? We could do the same thing to him. We can use his own tactics against him, or you can just parry him like I do because he's not too hard to parry, as even though I failed half of those parries. But with my high damage and high health, he's not going to kill me, and I can kill him within 2 parries, so there we go. But we didn't get any of his loot. We didn't get his shield, his weapon, nothing. Fun fact, if you kill him on all 3 invasion points, his armor actually appears by the Egg Princess, that bonfire that's right before this area after we defeated Quelaag. So as you can see here, we don't really want to fight our way through all of those. But there's a semi-safe jump down here. Oh, but there's a massive bug monster that shoots green stuff. So with any big monster, you get in as close as you can, and you just hack away at it. He's going to try to hit you with all that close range stuff, but stay as close as you can, be aggressive, and now you're victorious. Not only are you victorious, but you are also awarded with a bonfire. Try jumping. Hashtag so troll. Very funny, much wow. Yeah, a little FYI, don't get caught in that fire, because if you don't have much poise and or fire resistance, you'll get staggered to all hell on that, and you'll just get chain hit by the fire until you'd fall over and die. This being a pretty easy mob, you don't want to die to these. Fighting on the stairs is kind of weird because iframes and angles can be kind of weird, but we'll be fine. At least I hope so. Oop, he got staggered. Use that opportunity to get the last hit, and there we go. Same rules of ankle biting apply here. Yeah, we're staying away from him. Alright, we got a path over here, but much like where we fought the second boss, there's a vantage point where we can get a dropping attack. Hopefully it's an aggro and we can pull that off in time. Oh, he saw us, we're too late. And we got rock demons as well, very nice. Then we gotta do with a gank. Tried and true method of lingering hitboxes and staying close. And except for in this case, where if we were close we would have been fried, so... If you can get far enough, that's cool, but always try to stay close. We're going to take a hit here. Yeah, greedy. Ah, bastard. Alright, use the terrain for cover. Don't get cornered. Alright, we can step up here. We're out of reach. It's using the terrain, but he's backing away, which is actually a blessing, because what we have up here is a boss fight, but we're going to explore a little bit before we get to that boss fight. Actually, no, I'm not going to spoil the exploration, but if you want to fight your way past that demon and certain other surprises on that bridge, you can fight your way to the very end and see what lies in that treasure chest. Once again, I'm not going to spoil the loots for you, but I'm just going to point you in the direction of where you can find it if you would like to find it. Alright, we got a boss door up here. We have a closed door over there. Let's take a look at the boss room first. Let's see what we're up against here. Weakness, closed ranged battle. Nice little tip. Let's see if it holds true or not. Demon Fire Sage. Hey, look at that. A fiery reskin of the first boss in the game. So what we gotta do here is do exactly what we did to kill the first boss in the game. Stay as close as humanly possible. Except for when he does his big jump. Although, you would hope, being this late in the game, he's got some extra tricks up his sleeve than that. Well, hopefully we'll find that out. I would really like him to stop doing that. Come on, dude. You're a mid-game boss. Ooh, what's that? That's a big AoE. That's something that the other boss didn't have. And he's going to spam the AoE again. So it means you gotta stay anywhere but the front of him. So it means you gotta smack that booty. In the words of the all-powerful, all-knowing Demodcracy, love you, bro, smack that booty. If he backs up, he's going to follow up with a long-range attack like that really long swing, or that AoE. But he gives us a beautiful opening to stab him in the gut, and back up 2 steps as he does his big butt slam. Big AoE, get behind him. Watch that booty bounce. Such epic music and epic title, Demon Fire Sage. And he's a fire reskin the first boss in the game with 1 new move. We just fought 2 bosses in a very short amount of time, but hey, a bonfire's a bonfire, am I right? It's here, we've got humanity banked up, let's, might as well just kindle that, make sure we get that extra Estus flasks. So, since that's a boss door up there, we don't want to leave a whole nother stone unturned, if you would, so we're going to go up here. We're going to explore up here past these rock demons. Yeah, fun fact, you can just run past those rock demons because they're pretty slow. And we come to... We come to a 4-way staircase that leads down in any direction. But also, this is an elevator. What's Dark Souls known for? Spiderweb-like interconnectivity, superior level design, shortcuts. Where's this going to lead us? Quaelag's Domain. And look at that, right to the Daughter of Chaos bonfire. Look at that. That is a shortcut, my friends. That is a shortcut. This just opened up a whole new level of interconnectivity to the rest of the game world, despite the warping between bonfires and stuff. That's one of my favorite shortcuts in the game. That's one you want to get. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back down. We're going to go downstairs to see what that boss door was about. Ooh, big jump. Boop. Alright, lots of messages down here. Imminent death. Boss ahead. No shit. Be wary of boss. A big, windy road to a boss door. Be wary of jumping. Be wary of a summon sign. Look at that. Knight Solaire. Our buddy Solaire from the beginning of the game. A hot dog. Look at that. That is a scary boy who is immune to lava. And there's a lot of lava. And not a lot of land. So you can probably tell where the challenge is going to lie. We have this much ground to fight that much monster. But if you look to your right over here, you'll notice an alternate path. And hopefully NPC AI will cooperate. And we can go over here. If you run across the lava fast enough in that short little bit of time, you won't die. Thank God we didn't die there. That was actually closer than I thought it was going to be. But as you can see, we have some, albeit a very little, bit more space than we had over there to fight this thing. Environmental awareness. That's boss number 3 we learned. So what we're going to do, we clearly can't fight him over there, so we're going to have to wait for him to come to us. And thankfully, he's not being a douche, because usually he waits in the lava to take pot shots at you and just stays out of your reach for like an ungodly amount of time. But he's actually kind of close to us right now. So we're going to wait for him to come a little bit closer, just so his legs are on dry land. And we're going to wait for him to jump in the air and slam. Yeah, just superior boss design, am I right? Do not get knocked into the lava, because his flailing movements can knock you into the lava. But basically, yeah. He's big, he's stompy, he's slammy. You just stay away from him. Solaire does a decent bit of damage, too, as you can tell, if he survives. Which he is still alive. He didn't take too much lava damage because he was smart and he followed us. But use your environmental awareness. Do not get booped into lava. He jumped up. Just stay away. Just stay the hell away. And then wait for him to do it all over again. Ooh, now, when he's low on health, he'll drop AoEs on his jump, so don't be right under him. And oh, look at that. We just chopped off his tail, kind of. And we got a ring for it. Ah, we got hit by his AoE as well. Orange Charred Ring, we will look at that in a moment. If it drops from a boss surrounded by lava, in a domain that's mostly lava, we might need something that he drops. And now he's dead. You're a crappy boss with crappy design, fought in a crappy arena with crappy frame drops, and I don't like you, most people don't. But Solaire survived, he helped us out, and we were victorious. We even got a Sunlight Medal for fighting alongside a Sunbro, and 40,000 souls, which is always nice for leveling. So now we're going to remove the Steel Protection Ring and see what the Orange Charred Ring does. It reduces lava damage. Need I explain? Look at that. We now walk over lava, and we're losing little tiny ticks of health at once. Doesn't mean you can go swimming for, too long, but yeah. And there's our buddy Solaire. Let's take a look at him. He's a little bit sad. I mean, this is a depressing area, but we're reaching further and further into his quest chain. And I'm not going to spoil all that delicious RP for you, but you can figure that out in your own time because it's some pretty good stuff. And we're going to kindle the bonfire so we can have more flasks going into this very daunting looking area. You're probably thinking, well, it looks pretty daunting, but we just smashed 3 bosses in like 20 minutes. How bad could it be, right? And you'll see. Alright, we come to this area full of dinosaur butts. Take it slow, but not too slow because you'll eventually die. And as you can see, if you don't get too close to these things, whatever the hell they are, they won't attack you. So keep that in mind. You can get kind of close, but don't get too close because they are a bastard if you aggro them. There's also not much ambient sound in this area either, so it gets kind of quiet and, you know, not super enjoyable in my opinion. The lava's very bright, almost headache-inducing. There is actually, I don't have the link to it, and I don't use it, but there is actually a texture mod out there for those of you on PC who like to use mods that reduces the brightness of this lava. So if you think that'd be a cool thing, go ahead and check that out. You can probably get it off Nexus Mods or somewhere. Ah, this guy's coming in hot. Yeah, but he can't reach us, so... But then you realize that we've reached a dead end. Treasure, which is nice, but a dead end nonetheless. What you gotta do is, you got no choice but to jump down. There's dry land down there, so why not? But now where do you go from here? There's a path up there. But if you read this message, it says illusionary wall ahead. We're going to rate that with a plus because, guess what? They're right. Bonfire right here. Believe me, you're going to want it. Let's just say there's a certain ring that makes the next encounter a little bit easier, but it's, while still very frustrating, it's still doable without it. So we're going to see what we can do here. See a lot more of these rock bastards. Now you see an ominous hooded figure. She's casting a spell. Hit her, interrupt her. Don't let her get any of those casts off. Well, she was made pretty easy work of. And right as we take care of her, the Izalith Pyromancer, Knight Kirk invades for a 3rd time. We do what we always do with him, parry him. Actually, no, I'm going to be a little bit saucy and actually attack him normally. But he has poise, so he can attack through it. Fuck you, buddy. Kirk was vanquished, 26,000 souls, some humanity. And he dropped his barbed straight sword, which if on consecutive hits will cause a bleeding buildup, which if you like bleed builds, that's nice. I don't really like them. I think they're kind of cheesy, but hey, if you like them, I won't judge you for it. Oh god. No, please no. Please no. See what I told you? I tried to attack him to stagger him out of it, but I couldn't do it quickly enough, and I suffered for it. So, yeah. Now, I'm actually kind of hesitant to do the boss in this video, because the boss is such an experience in itself. There's so much things to learn. Spoiler alert, I'm probably not going to have a great time with it. You probably aren't either. Just giving you a little, doing you a solid, giving you a little heads up there. You're welcome. But there's so many things to, like, teach and, like, fine-tune and ways to go about it that I don't even know. Fuck it. I'll shut up. Let's do this. Alright. Boss door. DS fix. Unlocking 60 frames. Kind of breaks a few things. You're supposed to slide. There you go. Alright. Bed of Chaos. What is this? Well, there's a lore answer, but in gameplay answer, it's a boss, kind of. Yeah. I was very confused when I stepped into this room for the first time, but as you can see, it doesn't let you get really near it. You've got about this ring, I'd say, of space. Can't go any further than that, but you'll see 2 things should immediately stick out to you. And it's those orange things on the side. She doesn't really want us to get close to it, so we're going to skirt along the outside and see where we can go. Alright. She can't really hit us from over here, so we're gonna roll in. We're gonna attach the source of this stuff here, and apparently that did something. Again, to this day, even after knowing lore and the game and stuff, I'm still really not sure what exactly is happening here. Apparently, this is the Witch of Izalith, the Mother of Chaos. And after she did some lore stuff, two out of her many daughters were kind of deformed along with her and bound to her. And I think we're releasing them before we move on to the main attraction. But as you can now see, the floor is falling out from beneath us. Yeah. Is this an action combat game or a platforming game? I don't know. You tell me. So what we're going to do here is stick to this bit of terrain here. Be very mindful of the floor. Alright. You have no idea how many times I died to this fucker. A lot of people probably have. Ooh! See, now we can't hide back here anymore. This shit's got range. So what we gotta do is go to the other thing. But now we've got falling floor and flailing tree limbs and flaming scythes to deal with. And I did not iframe that properly at all. So what we're gonna do is wait till that attack lands and we're gonna run through here. Ah, the hitboxes on this are so janky. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna find our opening and we're gonna use precision, accuracy, and great timing. Things I'm not good at, apparently. We're gonna try to heal up, but get whacked. We're gonna run like batshit crazy. Can't believe I dodged that. And stick to that route to avoid the floor, and we are out of healing. So we're gonna use the humanity. We've gotten here. Time to whack that. Now you might be thinking, we took out the two side things. Please, God, let us be done. I think my face says it all, to be honest. Yeah, we're not done. The show's only just begun. But this is Dark Souls teaching you the importance of learning how to play a platforming game in a action combat game. I guess. I suppose. Maybe. But I'm going to teach you a little life hack here. What we're going to do, we don't want to run all the way back out through the flaming stuff, through the tree limbs, through the holes in the floor. We're just going to use the bonfire and come back. Because guess what, friend? The two things on the side don't respawn. If you kill one, they're permanently dead. Thank God. Yeah, there's not a whole lot of let the game teach you this, that, and make mistakes so you can see. No, I am doing you a favor. I am doing you a favor. Whoever may be watching this and saying, no, I am going to teach you everything I know about handling this piece of shit that's called a boss. So, yeah, let's have some fun, shall we? Let's run to fucking Africa to get back to that tree. Yay. And we're sliding down to the best thing ever. No, it's not. It's the horrible thing that we do this playthrough. It is just the worst thing in the world. Alright, so what do we do now? If you look very closely, you'll see a little opening between the two main roots. Ouch! With some thin, flimsy branches. How the hell are we gonna get there? Well, I'm glad you asked. We're gonna stand at mid-range here and bait its attacks, dodge to the side, and see that an opening has been made. We're gonna bonsai! Yeah. I actually made the jump the first time. And because there's a bit of what I call rolling recovery, you basically roll in whatever direction you were jumping in ever so slightly. Well, it's more than ever so slightly. It's actually quite a little bit. As recovery time for the jumping animation. And if you roll forward, yeah. Narrow footing, you fall to your death when we were so close to victory. Because to be honest, if we had survived that, that would have been it for the most part. I don't like this boss. Because I'm drowning in my floss. I'm not good at improving vocals. Alright. Let's try this again. Side. Side. Heal up just before we get... Fuck you and your mother's stockings. Avoid that scythe. Back up. Heal up. Get ready for round 2. There we go. Jump! Beautiful. Wait for her to stop moving. Don't get clipped by Treebeard. Roll for your life. Don't get hit by a firestorm. Please, we've come so far. And what do you see when you get to this? The molten heart of a giant? No, a fucking insect. Really? And we got a Lord Soul, which I guess is always nice, but we had 60,000 souls, I guess, to compensate for our misery. No, nothing will compensate for this misery. But yeah, that is how you let Dark Souls teach you the importance of adapting to unfamiliar, unexpected situations. That is probably the biggest blemish in the fucking series. No, but that's definitely the biggest example of adapting to a very weird, unfamiliar situation. So what we're going to do is we got that Lord Soul. Yeah, that was the area, by the way. I don't even think it took as long to record that as it did to do the previous areas. There were more bosses, but it took us less time. You know, let that speak volumes. Although, when I first played through this area, it probably took me a few days to get through there, because I don't like that area. So we're going to offer up this Lord Soul to the Lord Vessel. Flame's going to get even bigger, and we were told to collect 4 Lord Souls. My friends, we have collected 3. So we are really getting close to the end of our journey here, but we're going to do the DLC as well. Hopefully. Yeah, we're going to do the DLC as well. After we collect the 4 Lord Soul, which will be next episode, the episode after that, we're going to start with the DLC, which is definitely one of the better... Yeah, definitely one of the better DLCs in the series. Granted, it has aged a bit. This is 2011, 2012 for the DLC. It's aged a bit, but for its time, it was definitely really good. So we're going to port back up to Firelink Shrine, because that's always what we do. I'm going to show you where to go next episode, but when in doubt, you always go to Firelink Shrine, because it's the best hub in the world. It's got really gentle music to play us out here. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and until you see me again, live well.